Josh. Uniform. Default. Oh.
And hello, there we are with a surprise Saturday. No, it's not a surprise that I am streaming this Saturday. Music, why are you allowed again? But yeah, I had to come up with a different name as I am not painting monsters. This is a vampire. So I'm not painting monsters or a bust, but a whole bunch of NPCs. Because of circumstances. But first things first, as always, I start talking. How is everybody doing? How is your weekend going along? And before let's get to my chat. There we are. So yeah, I did have my coffee. It has been a little bit of a, well, for me a normal Saturday, but chaotic as always, a bit. Lots and lots of plans, as always, every Saturday. Mostly the plans being painting, and I did paint all day, except for the time that I did go for groceries. Why is there grocery shopping? Well, you know what I mean. Then my mom came to visit, so yeah, also had to drink a little cup of coffees together with her. No problem. Then I had something. I go upstairs and start painting. Yay! Oh wait, I have a D&D session tomorrow. Right. Uh-oh, my mini needs painting. Just to be... This will be me tomorrow in our D&D session. And the spear did break off some time ago, so I had to reattach it with... damn, I lost the spear, so I had to go find another spear, attach it, paint it. Quick paint job, but still. But then I got a... WhatsApp message from my DM, one that I was expecting already, because I had no information about what my, normally she sends a message about this is your backstory, and right now your, and if you have not in that backstory pointed out what your character is doing right now, she will make something up, and I was waiting for that, to be honest. And so I did get that one. Also, I got the question, as I am the mini painter of our group. Can you bring me some monsters? Little list. Yeah, I can. Can you also bring me some NPCs? Sure I can, no problem. I have NPCs enough. Oh, yeah, I have. Not painted, of course. Oh, wait. I have NPC models painted. Lots of them. Right, they are at our gaming club. So, I started painting, well, preparing my NPC models for painting and everything. Then I also found out, when I was doing that, I suddenly thought, right, let's check before I do anything else. If I have all the information about my character ready. So I had to update a whole bunch of stuff. And then finally, about 1, 2, 3 hours ago. And hey, hello Shanur. And thank you for the Tivus Bust channel award. Oh my god. Not enough coffee. How are you doing? I'm good. I am just my chaotic self, telling to everybody who wants to listen how my day was going. Planning a lot of stuff, but no, didn't get around to it. And because of some circumstances, I am now painting a whole bunch of NPC models. And John the Templar, hello. Janu is doing good, finally finished my turtle. Hey, congratulations. Then I will look after the stream. And hey, oh, Viking Pie is even there, nice. Good. There's also a new contribution to the Fallen Hares Community Challenge. Oh, we are going to paint that bust up. Oh yeah. That bust is busted. And as everybody can see, yes, I am right now priming a innkeeper. As I am going to paint quite some NPC models today. And thank you for the big box. For filling the big box.
John the Templar has shared bits. Thank you, John the Templar, for supporting the channel.
I will. Wow! Yeah. I always have one. Thing about if you use brush on primer and you have just glued the minis to the base, always use old brushes, because sometimes I'm a little bit too fast. Yeah. Oh, you cannot see that, but here you can see it better, I guess. Oh, a little bit higher. Come on, higher, higher. Yeah. That's why I normally like to prime with my airbrush. But as I was complaining, I needed. My DM asked me to paint some asked me to bring some NPCs. I have NPCs enough. Only these are all not painted. So of course I had time enough. It's oh, it was then already 4 o'clock. So only 4 hours to paint some NPCs for the game tomorrow. No problem. Yeah, well, I did a bunch other stuff. And of course, yeah. Then I saw it was almost time to stream and decided, yeah, let's do it a little bit different and just keep on painting those NPCs. I don't think my oh my god, my viewers will be very disappointed about that. Oh man, this. If you are talking about a ruined brush, that's let's see, almost 25 cents down the drain. Oh my god. Don't throw those brushes away. You can always use them for terrain stuff. Oh no, this brush
Blacker
is
than the deepest night, more bitter than the fires of hell itself. That is coffee.
That is coffee. Oh yeah. Good. So what did I do today? Besides the fuck? Huh? Okay. As I had shown before, I had to repair my mini for tomorrow. This is Tiga. And she was missing this whole part of the spear, so I had to replace it. Luckily I did have a Reaper weapon sprue, or magic sprue I believe it is officially. And these were all almost painted. I guess we are doing something with wolves tomorrow. Not really an idea. I needed a big one and 7 smaller ones. Yeah, as an old Warhammer player, mainly Goblin and Orcs and Goblin player. Yes, I have wolves, only small. But anyway, I had to. They were not all completely finished, so I did do a little bit about the base, a few more details on some of them. That was an easy paint. But then all the NPCs, they don't fit in one grid. No, and that's the problem, I guess. Because this is a new group. There's only one player that I know, and how he plays, yeah, that could be fun. I mean, he played a wizard, and we were planning something, and yeah, we needed distraction. Oh, I know, fireball on the guard. Yeah, that does distract them, certainly. Only also they now know that we are here and where we are. So, that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you have 8 wolfies coming along, the side note was, I'm sure if we are getting there or that I will be needing them, but right. Good. Let's see. We have another cheap brush from the same company. Our Dutch dollar store Action. So I will be at 2, 4, 6. I have 6 more minis to prime. I could start going on with painting, but hey, now I have my my primer out. Let's keep priming. And if you are for the 3D printers, that is always difficult, especially when you don't know the group's playstyle. Yeah, that's also we called the character creation also session 0, but tomorrow we have our official session 0. And I have in fact already teamed up with the other player that I know. So our DM linked our backstory a little bit. But yeah, she says it is possible that this will be a very quick, just introducing session, but it can also take more than two sessions. So we will see. Depends, especially because the 3 other players are, as far as they are talking, they really want to go for really role playing and less dungeon crawling and that kind of stuff, which I don't mind. But yeah, then the pace of the story is a little bit different. And then it's also quite difficult to, especially the first few times, to know how long people are going to do over things. They probably overthink a lot of stuff, which would be normally easy to do, and other stuff that they should be thinking about they completely ignore as true D&D players. But hey, we also need some NPCs. As the nice thing is that I do have a whole lot of NPCs painted and well, but they are somewhere else. And to be honest, also now I can take next time we are at the gaming club. I could take the whole box with NPCs with me, because normally we also in the gaming club when we play D&D we don't use models for NPCs. So I could take that whole box home with me, no problem. But I'm also pretty sure that this will be one of the last times that I am using this much NPCs. Because normally if you have certain reoccurring NPCs, well, they stay in the box at the game. Also, yes, most of these NPCs are 3D prints, which makes them really great looking, but also with very, very tiny details and clothing. These models that I'm priming right now are from Black Hello, a Kickstarter, one of the first ones that I entered with, that only sold, that did still sell minis, and there were about 24 minis in there, really great looking minis, like this female druid right here. Really, really realistic, or better said, anatomically correct. Only I don't think that lot of no, how shall I tell it? Make it. If she is a good druid, she probably will have a lot of men asking for all kinds of stuff from her. Especially herbs and I don't know what, just to visit her. So yeah. But anywho, this Kickstarter was the first one that also was a big mistake. As in fact nobody has ever gotten the models. You generally only have minis for NPCs when they are going to be participating in battle. Yeah,
but all I have is
something
coffee.
like that. Oh, and hydrate also from Viking Pie. Yeah, I mean, especially NPCs are quite easy for the never mind. The hydrate. I mean, role-playing NPCs is easy with theater of the mind. Just give a nice description of it, and then you will. That would be enough. I have in the past have considered to, especially when there are certain NPC, what I said, reoccurring NPCs, it is nice to have a model that you can pop up and put on your DM screen or something, just to remind them this is how the the NPC looks. As I am no Matthew Mercer, and silly voices and stuff is still not my, or silly, but doing voices is not really my thing. And giving every time a description is also not something that all players are always interested in. But these minis from a Kickstarter, they were very ambitious. The people from the Kickstarter, because you could order the minis, and I still talk about physical minis, no STLs. They were never intended to give them out as an STL. This is, I think, almost 4 years ago, so 3D printing was already a thing, but not that much at that moment. Not so so well spread yet. And yeah, the people that made it was very successful. There were a lot of people who I believe we have gotten all the stretch goals they offered, but they just made one hell of a mistake. They offered there were 24 minis, so that's for physical minis. That's quite a big Kickstarter, I would say. Especially if you are willing to sell them in 2 different sizes, so the 32mm and the 75mm version, so I could have this one plus a bigger one. And they also said you can choose 3 different materials for every mini. So every mini would be available in resin, in metal, or some kind of plastic, whatever you wanted. And a lot of people did already say that is a little bit too much. That's going to give, and yes, indeed, there were some problems, and they. The first big problem was because they needed a lot of bases, and apparently the firm that they had approach of it that could, and this was pre-corona, so the whole thing, the bases had to come from China, so that was not a big problem. Only, yeah, they put it on a boat, and somehow that boat got hold up somewhere somehow, so those bases stayed away, and they did not have a assurance. So yeah, you cannot give out the minis without bases. So they ordered more. They already had started a second Kickstarter. Well, the first one was still running. So that was probably also a little bit, still really beautiful minis. So, and well, the bases came in, and they were stacking all the models and bases together for all the people, and then they found out that there were people that could even count better than I can. I mean, my standard way of counting is just 1 too many, and that's it. Yes, I'm a real orc on the inside, especially counting wise. And also in English, it sounds just much better, especially at work. Right, how much do we have to do? 1 too many, always 1 too many. So, so yeah, there was a lot of this, so they had to make extra minis, but there was a little bit of a problem. They also had made mistakes with, and I believe it was an Italian company, and they made a little bit of a mistake, and they had to pay extra taxes on something, and they lost a lot of money, and the Kickstarter was a success, but we have until now never seen any of the minis. The last thing they did, yeah, sorry, we don't, we are still working on it. That was the last thing we heard, but we have decided to put the minis into STL form, and you can, and all the backers do get the STL so they can print them. Yeah, right, at that time I did not have a 3D printer, so I did ask, of course, people that had 3D printers, can you print it? Yeah, was no problem, but we were also busy with other things, and by the time they had forgotten that I had asked. I had my own 3D printer, so I did print them, and there is one figure, also the problem, one figure that I cannot print. And her skirt, no matter how big I make the model, her skirt is not printable, probably. Because all the same parts do not print. And I have printed 32 mil, I have printed 7.5 mil of 75 mil, and even bigger, as big as it fits on my print plate. That skirt does not print. So yay! At least I do have the models and I can print them as much as I want. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's one of the things with Kickstarters. You never know if you will get the stuff. In this case, no. This is not a 3D print. This is a mini from... oh, now I cannot read it. I have a big box full of all kinds of monsters and stuff. And this was one of the minis. Almost finished. A nice, very decent and good looking innkeeper. Very clean also. Right. Now, this one is almost finished. Besides, I want to give the whatever shall I call it, his thing that he uses as a belt, and the end as a cloth, and the beer. I have been using a lot of speed paints today. This one is almost, that is no, I have to wait. Is it? It's Brom, a Brom with an M. It's a salesman. He has a desk that he is leaning on. That is his. Yeah, I have to paint that one too. Then I can put him over here, and then he's leaning on his desk and his treasury chest. He has a nice beast of burden. I also have tutor ready for a painting, but this one is almost all done with speed paints, which does mean that I will not be able to highlight those paints, the painted areas. I have to remember that with some of the other minis too. I'll put these away. As we all know, because these are the... Hey, hello Night Whisper! Welcome, how are you doing? Welcome to the... And now for something completely different. Saturday. Meaning I am painting not a monster, not a bust, but a whole bunch of NPC models. Not bad, just got back from picking up my daughter. Okay. Yeah, well, these are, so this one is almost completely, and hey, hello Krutisk, welcome, welcome, how are you doing? Woo! You're doing great. Good to hear. I am doing great too. I've been already painting for a couple of hours. And thank you for the fallen hairs for the... Oh, then let's see what the total score is. And I'm already quite afraid. Oh man, 77%. And we have, altogether we have 59 days to go. Okay, yay! So yeah, that bust is going to be painted. But yeah, that's what I'm already yelling for the last 2 weeks. Purple hat. I see some. I will have to those puffy sleeves he has. I have to do something with that. The face. I literally used only a flash color. No, I can better go. One moment. Sorry. Let's go to OBS. Where is he? There he is. I see a strange white spot in his beard. Why? I don't know. That's a little bit better. Then let's get a little bit closer, closer, closer. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Too close, too close, too close. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Okay, meet Brom. Epic beardage, yeah, for sure. Now let's go back to... Yes, there we are. Right. I only used a little brown for his beard. Skin, rosy skin for his skin. And a wash. And more, that's... Like the ones in ZZ Top. Yeah, only not as long. But, yeah. But I do like... the only thing that I did with these minis is paint them black and then zenithal highlight. So that's... and then just paint it with the speed paint, or Gandalf, yeah, a little bit like Gandalf. He is in fact a little bit like Gandalf, only he does not use any magic himself. But I can guess as a traveling merchant that there certainly will be something in his transport that will be magical. So, Now I am. Now he also has some kind of a sash, but I have already used purple, I have used red, I have used blue, I haven't used green. Yep. And I was going for a white, not a complete white, but a bleached linen. Yes, I am. As I am going to paint two things, or three things in fact, and you will see in a moment. So, bleached linen is literally a off-white, a very pale off-white, so almost white, but not just yet. first thing I do is paint his sash completely white. As I just said, I have not used green yet on this mini. And I want to make him really nicely colorful, because then he attracts more customers, he thinks. And his clothes do need to look fancy. I am thinking about a little bit of gold trimming later. Also, he needs a nice, almost nice white, no, he needs a nice but almost white shirt. Yeah, that's too thick a coat, damn. Already afraid of that. No problem, then I will just put a sepia wash over this later. So we have at least in the very deep recesses a nice dark shadow. Done his shoes. Or if there is a hum in the background, there shouldn't be any, as I am last few streams, I don't know who it was, but said there was a little bit of a hum in the background. I have found out there is officially always a hum in the background on my streams, but as I have a new layout, I forgot to put some dampeners on my, or better said, filters on my microphone. My old layout did have that, but those filters did not get set over to this layout, so that's why there was a hum. And the current hum is because I have a drying station behind me, and that is literally just a USB fan rolling on my table, because I have been using a lot of washes and speed paints, and they need to dry fast, so I can put the minis in front of them. And this one, oh, I need metallic. So that's why I set up a fan to make sure a lot of stuff dries quickly before I am going to whoa. That's a really nice creepy sound, but for my story indeed quite suitable, I would say. We have here some kind of I believe she is officially a giant slayer. Also 3D print. Spooky, yeah. And I just remembered, before I start with the metal, let's give her a wash. The good old Ogrin flesh. I believe official this is the old name. Nowadays it is Reichland flesh, I believe. Not completely sure, but take
a shot, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, motherfucker, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot.
I'll already get my glass inside, so I will remember, I hope. So this wash can, I am stalling, yes, I am, sorry. Washes need to dry. So it's better to get this lovely lady in front of the fan so she can dry. And I have some of those speed paints I really like. Well, but there are a few colors that are a bit disappointing, especially the flesh color. Not that it is a bad flesh color, but it's not. If I use it on, I have used it on her. Doesn't give the same effect as a normal skin tone and a wash. It doesn't make, to be honest, not really better. As this is the flesh tone I am talking about, and on this cape it does look nice. Also not completely the color I wanted. I am going to give it a different shade when I am because I want to give it also not a wash but a second put a different speed paint over it. See how that looks. Now this one is going to go into the wind. I'm going to get my glass. There are some shots left, but the end is near for my Don Papa rum. Viking Pie, thank you. Cheers on your health. Okay, are you stalling? Yes, yes, yeah. 2 words, 9 letters. Okay, I'm not good at that kind of games. I mean, I already said I'm very good at counting. 1, 2, many. Dude. Yeah, it's taking too long. Yeah. Sorry. Yuck. Ah, okay. Hertog Jan. Yeah, okay, okay. Well, they are talking about beer, guys, so yeah. I'm not a big fan of beer. It's maybe, yeah. Spare ribs is also, ooh, but that's more my language. That's a little bit better. Yes. If I have to choose between eating spare ribs and drinking beer, sorry, then the spare ribs do win. Certainly. 100%. Oh, and now I realize that I am wearing this silly thing. But I have forgotten to turn the... Oh, perfect. To turn the light on, so it does help really good. Best to eat ribs with beer. Well, to be honest, yes. So I can wash the beer down with ribs. Yeah, no problem. You are right about that. And I must indeed say I have, in my time that I was had an internship in a hotel. I had bar duty, loved it. especially the end, when all the guests were going home, or were home, I had to clean. I always get a call from the night receptionist. Roy, are you hungry? Very hungry, or just starving? Well, guess what my answer always was to that question? Yes, I was starving. So at 3 o'clock the bar closed, and it was in a hotel. So then at 3 o'clock I started cleaning. At 3:30 the night it was the night porter, is maybe the better function description, came. And 2 big plates of ribs. I poured 2 big glasses of beer. I believe he did watch sport during eating. I was just eating. And just so you know, he still had to work that whole night. So by the time he was finished, the alcohol would have been gone out of his system. That does indeed sound really good. And I was not only an intern as in working there, I was also sleeping there. So no problem with that beer. Oh, this one is cold. Be gone. So I could just go to my room and sleep the alcohol off. Really fun times. Good. Next mini. I have to do something about the face, because it was going really great. It's some kind of an assassin. You could also have skipped the beer. Nah, come on. I could, but I had to get my liver to get used to alcohol. As the first evening that I was with the manager there, and they had a rule: you are at work, you are not allowed to drink. Only after 12 o'clock, you were allowed to drink a little. Yeah, because there were a lot of people that stayed there for weeks or even months in that hotel. So they know you, they wanted to give you also something to drink. So yeah, it was, you were allowed. Only the first evening that I worked together with the manager of the bar, she asked me, Roy, what do you drink? I said, well, at that time I didn't drink beer, I didn't drink wine, I drank vodka shoe or orange juice, screwdriver. Well, simple version of it. So, okay, no problem. So she made me a screwdriver. So poured in some vodka and some orange juice, and that's my drink. Okay, and that was at 12 o'clock. Okay, she's the manager, okay. But that glass never emptied. It got only less yellow and less yellow. Because she only added vodka and never any orange juice. That was the first and last night that I literally crawled back to my room. I am very glad that it was so late that no guests saw me, I hope. But I also knew that that manager is not going to last long, because the only thing she drank was white vermouth. In a long drink glass, and yeah, she had to fill that up quite often. Oops. But a night whisper, it's still too cold here to start smoking ribs. It's usually fun in the summer to stay out the afternoon having snacks and beer until the ribs are ready. Ooh. That sounds really good. Yeah, so those are quite some things you learn in an internship. the main reason that I also stayed in that hotel is normally it was not usual for interns to stay there, but the drive home was more than an hour, and they were indeed a little bit afraid that I would be too sleepy to get home safe, so I could stay there, no problem. They had a really small room for me, but it had a bed, it had a desk, and it had I had my own bathroom. They had an indoor swimming pool. They had racquetball things, courts. They even had we call it a golfslagbad, but a outdoor swimming pool that makes waves, big waves. But they hardly used it because it was the first swimming pool in the Netherlands that had that, and it literally worked with a big hydraulic shovel that just shoved the water around. So nice to see. I'm glad I have seen it, that exists, but good. This mini I am, or the face I have to also to give a wash. Well, that was just a little bit of paint. Now I hope it is, oh, I still have a little bit of Ogren flesh. I hope it's not going to stain as it did before. No, good. What are the miniatures I am painting today? A lot of them are 3D prints, and they are all supposed to be some kind of NPCs for D&D. As I have I have a D&D game tomorrow, session 0 for the new campaign that I am going to enter, and as I am the only, well, I'm not the only mini painter, but I am the one that they know that does have a lot of minis. They asked me, can you take several wolf minis? Those are Games Workshop wolves, and these are Lord of the Rings Worgen. A black one. I'm not even sure that I painted it, but I do guess I did. That are the wolves, so probably we will run into them. And I had to take 7 NPC models. And yeah, as always, it got quite late before I started painting, so I decided to add even more minis to my desk and just bother you with painting all kinds of different minis. Those GW wolves are classic, yeah. Well, hey, I have a whole classic goblin army up there. I had to reattach 4 of the tails. And, well, another nice note, if you want to know how I did my bases on the early stages. I did use flock. So that material that you can buy at train and miniature hobby stuff things. Only it never looked real because the sawdust was quite big. They always look more like rocks. So I painted them over. And then always dark green and then with goblin green highlight. The only thing that I changed, they also had a green border over here. And in that time, and I mean, I probably think at the end of the 90s, begin 2000s, I did that. So they are quite old. The base is from, well, copyrighted 1998. Does not say that the model is coming from that time, but it does say it corresponds with my my story. And oh, I have a bunch of those old GW wolves too. Yeah, oh, I mean, I do love them. They are still great. It says you are getting. Well, thank you very much. Yeah. Hey, we all are getting older. with every second. So, but yeah, so the only thing that I really did about most of these wolves is that I made the rim, I made it black. That is, I know now, for me it looks much better than gray. And well, the only thing I really had to do with them was paint the teeth, the noses, and the eyes. That's and the inside of the ears. The rest was already painted. Yeah, old. Yeah. Hey, this is, if you are talking old hammer, this is old. Yeah. It's very simple. You are as old as you feel old. And I must say, we are in our prime. Oh yeah, here, look. I mean, I don't hear my body complain. Maybe I'm getting deaf, but most of the time I do not hear my body complain, so it's not that bad. Right. Good. A very simple. Oh, let's do it on my wet palette. A little bit of dark gray, a little bit of lighter gray, very light gray. We are going to old-fashioned dry brush some rocks. Let's get a real GW medium dry brush. As it is rocks, I am going to use a little bit of paper. And normally I do not use paper. Not anymore. A moment. Oh. No, I'm not getting old. I'm not getting old. I just have been sitting in this position a little bit too long. That's all. Viking Pie, we have to talk. We're in our prime. You didn't see this morning. I must be 99. I'm already starting to feel old, but maybe that says more about me. Yes, that does. Sorry to bring that to you. Also, remember that very famous Russian Siberian proverb that I really like. And I heard from my Siberian, and a stretch, thank you very much. From my Siberian colleague that I had 10 years ago. Because in Siberia it's very simple. They, if you are past 40 and you get up in the morning and you have and nothing hurts, then you better go lay back because you are dead. That's what they say in Siberia. So be glad that something is hurting because you are still alive. Just to add a bit of fun for you chatters, there are some extra commands. Oh, sorry, this is my. Oh my God, I'm reading my. Oh, and now I see why. Because in this is OBS. Yeah, no, in OBS, my own timers and you, Viking Pie, have the same color. So that's what. Can I change that? One moment. Should be. Oh, I can follow myself. Bad brush. It should be. Oh no, then I have to, of course, Roger. Of course, then I have to log in as Bald Brush to change that color. Oh, this is better. Yeah, I can better stay on Twitch because now you are nicely green and Bald Brush is, yeah, a teal. That's a big difference. At least to me as a mini painter, yes. So, black. Black base coat, and just with this first highlight I don't need to be very careful. Not add. What's your vector? Roger, what's your vector, Victor? Yeah. Right. Yeah, you can make quite some nice puns with those. And I always forget that I have really great dry brush paints. I am getting older, guys, really. Yeah, I'm keeping forgetting stuff. Impossible, almost. Well, yeah. This is going to look really nice. It's very simple. Start with black, a little bit of darker gray as a first highlight. I could have added a little bit of because these are some cracked or loose tiles. I could have maybe add a little bit of a yellow, a blue on some parts, but I think this will be quite nice. That is a little bit that's too white. Let's start. Why did I put away my paper? I have no idea. So, Longbeard Gray. And as I have said many times, the nice thing about the dry paints is that they are really, really already dry. They are more paste than paint. But really great for a quick dry brush. What they like at Games Workshop. Because everybody needs to speed paint their armies. Well, in fact, I am trying to speed paint a little bit with all these minis. And I can tell you, speed painting and especially batch painting is really can be fun, especially at the end when you see that you have a whole amount of minis nicely painted. But then you really need to have all kinds of the same minis and not changing the colors every mini. So this is a little bit more difficult, I would almost say. Now I am going to make the cracks, as they are, especially the darker, the bigger parts. I'm going to make black again, the dark again. Let's get that one back. And we do that with some Bada Black. Sorry. Yeah, it's still Bada Black for me. Alright, no oil. No, I still have my Bada Black. Nope, still not changing. And my original Agrax Earthshade is done. So I am washing out my dropper bottle so I can fill it with the new Agrax Earthshade. I still cannot find a real difference between the old and the new one that I have. So to my eye the difference is not that big. You still oh, you still have a bit of Devlin mud. Oh, this week I saw, I believe it was on Instagram, he showed me a photo, and finally it is back, and this time in the right bottles. And I believe I have the photo on my telephone. One moment. About the best green that Games Workshop ever made. But I had to surprised me so much, that photo, that I laughed out loud and I forgot that I was in the canteen. Yeah. Certainly is. It certainly is. Nice, but a very nice Photoshop. Let's see if I come on. Oh no. Damn. I am afraid that I did not save it. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Damn! I thought I had it saved. As a screen. No, it was, sorry, I cannot show, no, I don't know what account it was or whatever, so, finding that one out. But it was a big box, all filled with dropper bottles. And the label was the old label from the hexagon pots of Goblin Green. Oh, imagine that. And it did really look really good. And to be honest, if they ever would do that, also bring back what was it? Not bestial, but snake bite leather. Bring that one back. And Deadly Nightshade, I believe the name was. The color that was not blue, that was not black, but somewhere in between. They call it XV88. Snakebite leather. Okay, XV88. Oh, that's in the new range. Is that that's the name? Jesus. Okay, now good to know. Oh, yeah, well, almost the same. Ah, okay. Little bit of, yeah. Just like, yes, that is exactly the opposite of what I need. So keep searching. Next mini. Oh, what is this? Oh, Viking Pie is going to lurk. Good, no problem, of course. Lurk away. I would almost say enjoy your lurk. Well, I am painting up a grave digger, and I was too late because I know I have 2 prints of them. I'll try to do things at once and it's not working. Oh yeah. I know that feeling. Crutix Metal Band, the Cold Dam still has a deadly nightshade in their color. Oh, yeah, that's right. Not sure if the color is the same as the paint from. Yeah. I've heard that indeed. But yeah, those were those paints that I used for a lot of batch painting. And nowadays, yeah. I don't know. I was just saying something. But about doing two things at the same time. Well, my brain is often further than I am. Or I have trained my brain to think ahead. And at work, especially the last few weeks, yeah, there goes the gravedigger, because I see he has a little bit of a leftover support. Oops. And throwing scalpels around is also very good. Oh my god. Good. Talking about doing two things at the same time. I want to tell a story and I want to paint and yeah. Nope, not going to happen. My brain is sometimes, most of the times, a little bit ahead of me, because I have trained my brain to think ahead. So when I'm doing one thing, my brain is already working on the next thing that I have to do. That sometimes gives my colleagues a nice laugh, because I, for example, okay. Now I have to hold that mini for half an hour. So if you leave our department, then you come in a big hallway, so you can go left or you can go right. When I have to bring away garbage, I have to go left, because that's where the garbage container is. If I have empty material cars, or I have to go to magazine, to the warehouse or whatever, I have to go right. Sometimes when I am taking the garbage and I see, when I return, I have to take that cart back to the warehouse. And I go with the garbage right, because I'm going to the warehouse with a cart that is... oh, hi warehouse employees. No, this is going to be the other side. Things like that. Or standing at the big garbage container with a nice cart that, no, yeah, I can try to throw it in there, but let's not do that. Good. Now, that one has to dry. Next lovely lady. Maybe some people will recognize her. I have painted this mini before. For a Goblin Inspiration challenge. And it was, I know it was about spring or about change. And I gave that mini a really nice... oh yeah, if nothing goes right, go left. Yeah. Which, by the way, is indeed a good thing, because if nothing goes right and we go left, that is not only where the garbage container is, that's also where the exit is. Good thinking. Hey. Hadn't thought about that. Good. is wearing some kind of a, yeah, what shall we, bustier, I believe it is called. Not a complete top, but just enough to support the most two very important objects, I guess. Ooh, did I call those things objects? Whoops, sorry. Shouldn't be too difficult considering your sense of direction, yeah. And Viking Pie is back, yeah. Hello, welcome. And normally my sense of direction is quite good, but especially if I wandered all those halls for 10 years. But as I said, if my head is set on other things, like for example why I am painting these minis right now and not a bust that I still have to finish. Pure chaos! So this is also a 3D print, as most of these minis are. Bought myself a nice glove. Oh, very wise.
Take a shot, 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 motherfucker, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot.
Well, then I will join you with the Irish whiskey. Oh, wait. Irish whiskey and Philippine rum, they go good together. We will find out. Where's my glass? Because I still have my Wild Geese Irish whiskey. So if in a few minutes I have to run, then Irish whiskey and Philippine rum does not go well together. But down the hatch. Ooh. That be hitting a little bit different. But good. Until now. You got all the alcohol within arms? No, luckily not. Luckily not. Only those 2 bottles. The only other thing I have is, of course, my caffeine. And a bottle of mineral water. Just in case. Looking for the while, I have to go to the store and get some red wine for my wife and lasagna to use in her lasagna. Oh, lasagna with red wine. Okay, well, lock away and go get some red wine for the lasagna. I am looking. This will be, is it maybe too much green? Yeah, no, I want to, wait, green and purple do go good together. I did paint this her hair this afternoon, and as I said, I have painted this mini before. It had red hair, but then got to orange, yellow, And this is the other way around, almost. But this is just one coat of yellow, what is it? Zealot yellow speed paint. And it has almost the same effect. Nice. Hadn't seen that yet. So, I used grey for these clothes. As I could have used more of a white color, but I don't have white speed paint. I can make it. I have the speed paint medium. But now I am doubting, because I wanted to make the bustier and her boots emerald green. Oh, sorry, plasmatic bolt green. There is this color. But now I see that she also has arm protectors. To make those green too is probably a little bit too much. But let's see. We can make them purple, and because I see some kind of jewelry in there. Here are also some kind of figures in there, and here too. Yeah, let's make it green first, and then we can paint over with more purple for the details. I did for two wolves. I also used speed paint, but I used them as a wash. So they were already painted. But some of the paint had chipped off. And I had... yeah. I thought something like, yeah, I can completely repaint them. I'll give them a wash, but a speed paint has a little bit more color than just the wash. I think I will at least give that green a second wash. And those were, because all the other ones were painted really good. These were light brown. But oh, you can see on this air still a little bit chipped off. But I gave them a brown. What brown was it? It is the hardened leather brown speed paint. And then I just took a damp, and when it was dry, just a damp dry brush. And made the dry brush move. So I got the speed paint off again. And that gave the same effect as giving it a dry brush. As I do have a few dry brush paints, but I don't have a brown yet. Meaning to say that I probably will get a brown dry brush paint in the future, somewhere, or at some point, is better said. Oh, I see I have, I believe, a strand of hair. Oh, it's part of the dress. I forgot to paint, I see. Now we can redo that later when I have painted the skin. will give this green second coat. As this is a little bit too light to my liking. And just putting on a very thick coat will not help very much, and it will just drip down. That also means that I will have to put a matte varnish on the Mini before I apply the second layer. Otherwise I will just, when I put the second layer on without the varnish, I will just take off the first layer, so it has no use. Now, it still looks a little bit weird without her having any skin color, but off to the dryer you go. Also, because of the hair, I still want to give the hair also a little bit of a highlight. I have to give it I want to make this a little bit more whiter. So I will have to give this model a varnish anyhow. Anywho, any what? Anywhere. Let's see. What do we all have? Oh, you know what? I like to paint robes. So let's go to the town wizard. Every little D&D town does have his own wizard. It's always a very old guy. Yeah, and then immediately you go for red. It screams for red. Why? Yeah, I don't know, but I have that with wizards. At least the mantle should be red. So he has a big mantle, but he has a robe underneath it. Staff. This can be some complete other color. And I even, oh no, I thought this was maybe a misprint, but I see he has his, so his clothes are out of, he has some kind of a rope, and over that another thingy that ends here at the waist. Okay. So, although a purple wizard would also be very nice. But still, I go for red. For at least the cape, the mantle, the bright blue cape is also very appropriate. Yeah, I was also... I do have, of course, a blue. Why not? Why not? Oh, Deadly Nightshade blue, yeah. Yeah, well, now you're talking, because I am now using the speed paints, but I do have some contrast paints. I mean, they have the Leviathan blue. That is also a very, very dark blue. It's not the same, I know, but... And the other one, which was it? The Thalassa blue. That's compared to the speed paint, even a little more brighter. And you are talking about a bright blue cape. So we are going to use the Thalassa blue. Let's see what we can do with that. Well, one thing is for sure, if I am going to highlight that cape, I don't have to seal it with varnish. Ooh, that is indeed a very, very nice, very bright blue. Let's see, do we have... Because now I'm really interested in how blue the speed paint blue is, of course. So I will be using that blue on a other mini in a moment, just for comparison. Not being too careful about the rope beneath. I can paint that white again and then use another color on it. That is not part of his mantle, that is his rope peeking out of under it. Ah, that's its book, damn it. These circumstances is always where does the rope end and where do the folds of the mantle start? I have no idea, so I have to make a decision. Yeah. The mantle is not visible over there. Now, is that a nice bright blue cape or what? Good idea, Krutisk, thank you. And let's add a little bit more of the shading. But not too much over here. Don't use a wet brush for that. The color is not even, as then you will leave spots, I have heard. Turned out better than I thought, yeah. And to be, oh, you know what? I have here another mini with a little bit of similar clothes. Well, oh, yeah, I already have one. One moment. So I'm now going to use the High Lord blue on another cape. And it should be, if I can compare, it should at least be a little bit darker. Anyway, I have a nice vampire mini that has a old hammer sword, because his original hammer did break off and I could not find it. But what is this guy doing with all those NPCs? Well, I was searching for those NPCs and I found a loose sword. And I did know that it belonged to this mini, only now I had to find that mini. And when I did find that mini, I was so happy about it that I decided to, I have to glue the sword back on. So that's why it's on my desk. But hey, and then why should a nice D&D village not have his own village vampire lord? If they have a nice wizard, then why not the village vampire lord, right? There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, he could be the mayor of the little village. Welcome to our little village. before you can enter, you have to pay taxes. Because you are a tourist. Okay, how many gold is it? No, no gold. Only 2 liters of blood. Right. Or some idiot thing like that. I need to see the mayor. It's middle of the day, sir. Yeah, so he's only available at night. Blood or your soul? Yeah. There are cracks in his mantle. Why? Why are there cracks in his mantle? He's just the night mayor. Yeah. Oh, there are cracks on the whole mini. I guess those are printing failures. Oh, he's still... Okay. Well, so this one is with the speed paint. This one is with the contrast paint from Games Workshop. This one is indeed a little bit darker, but not much difference, except that I will have to, if I want to, what I have been saying all the time, if I want to paint over this one, I will have to use some varnish. Nice. Good. Now this is still not dry. Oh, I did forget something. He has a hood, and I will say that the hood is part of his mantle and not part of his robe. It could be, but normally it is part of a mantle. Oh, and what I just now remember, Viking Pie, you were painting an old man's beard, I believe, or the beard of a dwarf yesterday. Odin, yes. Oh, Odin, yeah, it's almost the same as a dwarf. Okay. And you were saying about for highlighting and everything, you were thinking about adding, make it more bluish highlight. So that it would look. That's not a dwarf. No, I know. Sorry. I was already watching if he was standing at my window, but no. No, sorry. I know. But anywho, you are not the shadow is dark blue. No, the shadow is dark blue black. Yeah. Because I have just painted the, I don't know if you can see it, the hairs from this guy. No, it's almost not visible, but the gray from the speed paints is runic gray. If I paint it over white, it has a bluish color to it. And I immediately had to think about, hey, that was a thingy that Viking Pie had last night. So this one is also going to get a gray beard. Maybe I can, can I show it on another model? Yes, I can. I have here a nice old friendly lady. Really friendly looking. I would say it's very, yeah, that's literally somebody I can really trust immediately. Some old grandmother. And of course we are going to give her grey hair. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Oh, let's go to OBS. It's a little bit easier. Ooh, there, a little bit back, a little bit back. There she is. Oh, look who nice. This is also a 3D print, yes. And I have to check, but I think this this one could be from Loot Studios. Yeah. It's certainly not a model that I bought out of a loose, just as a loose. Can I order one? Oh. Yeah, you can, but you have to remember me because my 3D printer is out of order right now. I had some leakage again, and the protective sheet, yeah, that I had on it did protect the LCD screen quite good, but yeah, that is too bad indeed. Well, I have after that I have tried to print stuff, and the weird thing is the supports are no problem, but there are no minis attached. So I have no idea what to do with it. Meaning that I got a little bit yeah, sad about it, and I have left. No, not in a hurry. No. Still have some other models to. You have? Oh, good. That's good to know. Yeah, Crutix has a little bit the same thing as I have. A lot of models still have to be painted. No, I right now I have something like I want to wait till I have a holiday, and then I will take it apart and try to put the new screen on it. And then I will also have to find out, because I do have still some screen protectors, but the stupid thing is they are just exactly as big as the LCD screen, which means if I have leakage it will not be on the screen itself, but still around it and everything. So that's why I am trying to find out if I can use some kind of very thin tape around it to even yeah, to protect it even a little bit better. But before I do that, I need a little bit of time for that. So right now my 3D printer is not going brr anymore, which is very sad because I just found a new resin on Amazon, Sunlu. It's cheaper than, to give you an idea, at Amazon my Anycubic resin is over 40 euros. Elegoo, also a 3D printer builder, but they have also their own resin, but that's the resin that I used. That's a little bit over 30 euros a kilo. And well, Sunlu is 26 euros a kilo. I've tried it out. The last print that I made with that one, no problem. So that saves a little bit of money. Especially because they also have a 2 kilo bottle, which is 4 euros cheaper than a 1 kilo bottle. So very good, but yeah, now my printer is a little bit. It's not broken, but until I have no energy right now to really get into that. And as you said, this ask me about it sometime, and then I maybe will think about it, remember the question about this one. I also have to find the STL. Oh, we are still completely zoomed in. Yeah. And I have to. I'm pretty convinced it is an STL from Loot Studios. Well, let's get a nicer close up again, because it is indeed a very nice, especially the face. You can. It's small. I wanted to say she has some kind of pouch here, but does look a little bit like a pouch, but it's only really weird that it is not round at the bottom. But I almost would say she has some kind of part of a fish hanging there. Anywho, oh. Let's go back to total view. Good, so yeah, that is my 3D printer. That was the wizard, still has to dry. We have over here. I have mainly to do this over here. Oh, also I was talking about this model. Also again, Viking Pie, the number of details are indicative of Loot Studios. Yeah. I must say, not only Loot Studios, but if you have ever seen the details on Arch-Villain Games minis, this is an older set of them from Arch-Villain Games. This one is this is a dwarven geomancer. Comes with his own base. I have a whole set of them. There's also the same set that Geomancer 4. Yeah, right. I did put Geomancer 4 because there is also a base for Geomancer 4. He will not fit on an just a little bit of non-metallic metallics. Yeah, exactly. That's why I have still not painted one of these. It's because they all have those really nice shoulder pads and armor plates and the other way. I really like the minis. Are really great, nicely detailed. Especially these are geomancers. Their bases, in fact, they have everything to do with lava, with molten stone. So if you want to do some little non-metallic on these, I guess that this one is the one that is just summoning a stream of lava in front of him. And yeah, well, lava does give a little bit of light, you know, so that's why I still haven't painted them. Just being on details on 3D prints. This one is almost. No, I still need. Where is my Ogrin Flesh? I want him to be a little bit pale, in fact, but his face does need a little bit of detail, just like the rest of his skin. When that is dry, I will give him a little bit of a dry brush. What I was, for the third time, what I want to tell you about this mini, as you can see, he's holding his right hand a little bit in a strange thingy, in a strange position. Yeah, because just before the stream, he was still holding his lantern. Yeah. Yeah. He was holding a lantern. Yeah. The stupid thing is I did print this one 2 times. And the other one has already lost his lantern. Now I have 2 ones without lantern. Nice. Good. I want to do the wrapping around the shovel. And let's make that a little bit yellow. In this case, hey, we were talking about non-metallic, metallic, gold base. And if that is dry, I can give it a nice... Oh, I can even use... Oh, I grabbed a shade of still. If it is still a little bit thin, I can even use the open flesh shade for this. Open flesh. So the details will pop out a little bit better. I will not do very much more on this mini, besides that the shovel needs a little bit of metal, and that has already dried out on my... No, not completely. Not completely, not yet. But it's hard on... Oh, there we have a soft spot. You know, the paint that dries on the surface really quickly, but if you have a... I can puncture to it, through it, and then we still have a little bit of metallic left. Oh. Because I am working with metallic and was thinking, hey, this guy does not look really wealthy, and I don't know, as an NPC he could be a really honest guy and just doing his job with all the burying the death and everything, but yeah, maybe he's also a little bit selling stuff that is coming from it. So, but yeah, he's probably not a very wealthy man, or tries to look not very wealthy. His shovel will probably be a little bit rusty, so I will have to use a little bit of rust on it. Rust, metal, I have a perfect metal range for that. And oh, I have also a really great kind of metal for, hey, I have a dwarf with a lot of metal on it. Ping, brain fart. Sorry, that was just that look in my eye 5 minutes ago before I started this whole rant. That was the brain fart I had. That's how my brain works sometimes. Yes, only sometimes. Most of the time, 24 hours a day. So just only 1 time a day. He does have a nice little cravat, or however you call it in. I have heard that word in English too, but no, it's not a tie. It's how do you call it? That the posh people used to use at a certain time with a little. It has a certain name. Anyway, not important, but it just gives enough. An escort, yes, thank you very much. I still have a little bit of black on my palette. I don't know if it is still. Yes, it is still usable. So and the other word was a cravat, yeah. Oh, now I have to watch out because I did glue this model back on, so I hope the super glue has completely dried. Otherwise I am going to lose not a very expensive brush, but to get this one replaced would be will cost quite a little bit, as it is an original Reaper. With those custom fees we have since Brexit. No, he's okay, good. So that can be, when it is dry, go to your drying spot. Before we do that, the yellow is also dry. So ogre skin, or ogre flesh, over the yellow, so we get a nice little bit of detail out of it. And now you can go to your drying place. And as I said, why not? I had a brain fart. I have a nice pure copper. And that was the wizard. Nice. Luckily they are only on, I'm signing off. Best of luck next work week and see you next stream, I think. Yeah, I still am hoping that I will stream Friday and Saturday. I do have to work Saturday. It is possible that I will do an extra stream this week, because they promised me that I will have an extra day off because I have to work Saturday. But a promise, they need me, so I will have to wait. But thank you for watching. See you next time. Have a great Sunday. And why am I shaking? Why am I? Right, that's one. And that's two. And that's three. What was I going for? Right, for my super glue. First, because I want to put my wizard back on the base. Yep, now I have super glue on my hand. Right. Oh! Old lady, support him a little bit, please. Yes, yes. No, you can go a little bit higher, like that. You can, yeah. This is my method of, oh, you can just not see it right now, so I will tilt the camera a little bit. That is my way when I glue things with super glue, especially minis to bases. I use other minis to support the glued mini, so I don't have to hold it all the time, because yeah, super glue very fast, but not fast enough. And, oh, it is officially already time. Uh-oh. As I was saying, I have a really great... No, I have to readjust the camera a little bit. There he is in the middle. This is a really nice mini with a lot of detail and a lot of metal. So yeah, non-metallic metallics. No, we are going to use metallics. And in this case, metal alchemy. From Scale Color. And this is... I bought these because they are somewhat of a nice triad. These two you can even use with a lot of... thanks for the stream, yeah. yeah, let's just end it. Then I can keep painting without having to talk to you. Not that I mind it, but I'm getting a little bit distracted every time. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thanks for the cheers. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for the fun. Have a great Sunday. Have a great week. And I hope to see you all next time. Thank you. Bye. And where is my end? Oh, there.
I'll be back.